and welcome to the Temporary Stand podcast, the only podcast that hasn't had a favourite on Twitter from Lee McCulloch's ma. Joining me tonight is my great friend Scott McCurry in Glasgow.
How's it going, lads?
Johnny Forbes, how are you, Johnny boy? Not bad, how you doing, Dave? Well, happy New Year to the two of you. So, how are you keeping then? Everything okay in the world of Celtic where you are, from where you're sitting?
I think it's fine. To be perfectly honest, I'm sure we're going to get into it, but we'll see what happens.
We sure are. We're 6 months or so, or 7 months or so into the Dahlia era, or the Dahlia era. We need to get that right. It's been ages since we've had a podcast, not since Ronnie Dahlia took over. So we thought we'd have a bit of a reflective and a look ahead as well to the season as we sit so far, and just see where Celtic is at the minute and what are the major talking points. So I suppose, Johnny, to start off with you, are you impressed with Ronnie Dahlia so far? We're heading towards the end towards the culmination of the January transfer window, so the team is more and more his. What's your impressions so far?
So you can understand why he's been brought in. I think he tried to do too much too soon, but I think eventually he's caught on that fact and he's settled down and he's played the same guys more often. He brought guys in like Berge who done a job for him at his team in Norway, and I think he found out really quickly that the guy wasn't up to the job, but he kind of sunk him a wee bit in the meantime. So I think he realises that he's had to stick. He maybe doesn't want the likes of Stokes, Commons, Mulgrew in the long term, but he's realised that he's had to use them, and it's quite clear that somebody like Commons isn't in his territorial plan, in his plans long term, but he does have to use them, and these guys are the nucleus of the squad. So I think it is what it is. We've had to cut our cloth. We need to think of something more dynamic, something a bit different. It's been painful. It might get painful again, but I think we need to persevere with it, and I'm kind of on board with the way we're going, but the performances, the consistency of performances need to get better in general, but I'm willing to give them the time, as long as they don't repeat after months.
Fair enough. Scotty, your half-yearly impressions of Ronnie Dahlia?
See, to be perfectly honest, it's not been great. I suppose we can look at where he is, but as one of your close mates say, he did get lucky in the Champions League. We get pumped out of the Champions League twice off a decent team and off a poor team. So you can't write that away. The performances haven't been fantastic. Anybody that tells me, I mean, fair dues, you get the odd one spurting up, and the defeats we've had have been close and stuff. But it's not been topper. It's not been brilliant, and however, it's not been horrendously bad. I'm kind of sitting in the middle. If you wanted me to give a review, I'd say 5 or 6 out of 10. But to be honest, in my opinion, I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm looking at long term. I'm pretty certain when we were last doing podcast, we were saying it was getting stale, and that's nothing against Neil Lennon. Neil Lennon was brilliant for Celtic, but it got stale. I'm pretty certain the three of us says he's either got to ship players out or he's got to go out himself, and obviously he went. Celtic have tried something different. Fair dues. It might ultimately, everything Celtic are day is going to do with the cheap, innit? We know and we accept that in the situation we're in. It's understandable. I can see a bigger picture. I'm sure we're going to talk about outgoings and stuff like that. I like the fact that he's putting his hands up every now and then and saying, well, I made an arse of this. I tried to, as Johnny says, I try to bring in Berge because he worked for me before, but he's not worked for me this time, so this gets shot at him. Maybe I should really go down the Scottish route. But he's kind of washing his own dirty laundry in public, and I respect him for that. I'd rather have that than somebody telling me crap all the time. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. As I say, performance wise, I think we're 50-50. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad. But as I say, I'm looking long term. There's a saying that you give a new manager 2 transfer windows, and this is his second one coming up. And I dare say, I think come the summer we'll be in a lot better nick than we were last year.
What's your thoughts on the system that he uses? Because we chatted about this across the whole season. The whole, I suppose the Commons argument falls in here too, but the whole concept.
I don't know what you. Johnny wanted to come in here as well, right? I don't think Celtic play one man up top. I just don't think that's how you do this. The system is. He's got a system. Fair dues, he's got a system. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not working. There's guys in our squad who have bit the bullet and went, I'm into it. Guys like Tony Stokes, does he totally fit in the system? Probably not. However, he's bust his arse, he's got himself fit, and he's making himself a first team starter. Well, that's it. Aye. So you've got that, but I don't. He's came to Celtic and Celtic aren't giving him a big bag of money and go and make. So he's got to pee with the Bobby he's got, and he's got to get guys to buy in. And now that I think he's got a selection of guys. That's how the same guys come in and out. He's got a load of guys who thinks, by the way, he'll work here. I don't need to replace. And he'll start picking away the rest of them. That's my opinion. That's how I see it. I don't think Celtic necessarily, you could call it a one man up top, like as if we're going to put another striker up there, we'll get hundreds of more chances. I just don't think that's how it works. I think the system's fine. It's flawed, but I think that's personnel rather than the system itself.
Johnny, can you see what he's up to?
It's a fairly commonly used formation. It is really 4-2-3-1, really, isn't it? You had Charlie McGrail on the TV Saturday before the game saying that what he does is the two centre halves and two D-line midfielders are told to hold their positions, and everybody else was kind of allowed to run amok, like two full-backs. We obviously want two full-backs to do a lot of running in the wings. But it was funny when we said that, because 10 minutes into the game, Big Van Dijk was away wandering, so kind of talking sense with that. Van Dijk does what he really wants to do, so is he supposed to be doing that, or is he not?
Well, Johnny, there's actually been two podcasts. One of them was on the Hail Media. I would always recommend everybody to download it. Was the 90 Minute Cynic, even though the guys went on for 3 bloody hours the other day, but we'll not talk about that. But they generally get this journalist fella, and I can't remember his name, and they get him on to have a wee discussion about Ronnie Delhi. I think the boy's a Celtic man and stuff like that. But he's always saying the way this system be, rather than 2 odd midfielders, your 3 midfielders are all box-to-box midfielders. That's the way he wants it to play. They guys should be weighing in with a wad of goals as well, but they've got to be fit enough. They've got to be Stan Petros basically. And he says that's how you play it. I would prefer it if you had a proper defensive midfielder in there, but if that's not how he sees the system, then fair dues. But as you say, when you had Ambrose, Van Dijk's very much like Bobo Baldi, isn't he? He likes to fucking saunter out, maybe get a few wee digs and stuff like that. He's a Dutch player, maybe that. But then you had Ambrose beside him, who kind of likes to go fucking do volley as well. So maybe the centre horse one of the greatest for the system as well. As I said before, I think he's just working on it, and you'll find it. Bit by bit we'll get there, I think.
Fair enough, John.
But if we're wanting box-to-box midfielders, then really Brown, Johansson, say, yeah, he would come into that on a consistent basis. Brown, no really. And Beaton, who I quite like to a certain extent, but all he can do is, which is a really good quality to have, but we need more. He passes the ball well and he keeps the ball. He doesn't tackle. Like a really good version of Beaton is Busquets, who breaks up play and causes havoc. Beaton's a bit of a shite bag. In that respect, he doesn't really want to get tackled. When he does, he kind of does false goals, challenges. Where he's at least he doing tackles, he does really stupid ones. He sent up when he made his debut for us in the Champions League, I think it was.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
The subject of Beaton was a big debate on the Homeboys a couple of weeks ago about, as he are sort of late version of Barry Ferguson, who just plays the safe ball sideways, and if you took him out of the team, you wouldn't really notice, Johnny.
Well, Barry Ferguson drove that Monkeys team.
Mhm.
Beaton does nothing close to that whatsoever. He's tidy, he's efficient, but you need more than that. I mean, we're susceptible to teams breaking away really quickly on us, and to my mind, it's him that should be the one that's covering those runs, and we kind of look as though a better team would have probably scored against us. And with some of the space that Hamilton got, they probably would have scored against us because Ambrose playing no Denny, to be perfectly honest, because Denny had a good game. But we don't have any midfielders that are covering any runs, and we need somebody to do that, which kind of supports what Scott says. We need a kind of a Wanyama play, because we're lucky to get him on there, but we need somebody who's going to track runs and break up the play. We don't have that yet.
Well, I suppose we should have a bit of a look at personnel. Seeing you've got into Beaton, Scott, and Johnny mentioned Denayer, so you've got the backline Denayer, our settled backline would be Izzy, Denayer, Van Dijk, and I suppose Lustig if he's fit. What's your half-season for the defence?
It's exactly what you said there, Marty. Lustig is now becoming a concern. Adam Matthews has regressed as a player, although he had a sensational game on Saturday past. Honestly, right, I maybe get a wee bit of criticism here. I feel for Ambrose. I really, really do feel for Ambrose. It was only 2 years ago we were begging him to come back for the African Nations because he was having a fantastic season. Right, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. The man's got slaughtered for it. And ever since that game, there has been an impatience about Ambrose. Right, I can see the problems he causes and stuff like that. When he get played at right back, he looked howling. He looked howling at right back, fair dues. But the guy's done alright. I feel kind of bad. However, I don't think he's going to get the supporters on side again. We spoke about it a good long while ago when Yama first came into the Celtic team, how he covered that defence beautifully well. I would like to see something of that mould. As I said earlier, I'd like to see some of that protecting the two defenders, because as soon as you've got two wingers, two fullbacks batting on, you're basically leaving them open to every counter attack going. So I feel for the defence. I really do feel for the defence at times, but it just so happens that each and every one of them has went through a spell where they've been rotten. I mean, Denayer was supposed to be out for 2 weeks. He was out for how long? Izzy had a poor step. Adam Matthews no kicked his ass. Lustig keeps getting injured. So I don't know. As much as you don't want, you can't really give the defence pass marks because we've conceded a lot of goals. But it's hard for them as well with a new system and stuff.
Well, one of Ambrose's greatest tricks was trying to dribble his way up defence.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose the perennial arguments we've had, the perennial debates we've had in contemporary stands, Dave was the number 10 and the defensive midfielder. Would you give Ambrose a go and sit in front of the front two?
No, I think he's past the point.
Yeah, I'm there, aye.
And I used to stick up for him. We done the podcast a year and a half, 2 years ago. I stuck up for Ambrose. I took a lot of stick to some guys, you know. But then he just turned into just that. It's not even a bomb scare because Tegley was a bomb scare. Playing well. Ambrose, he looks a dead confident, happy guy off the pitch. But when he's getting caught his feet, he just looks so nervous and clumsy as if he's never played fit on it. And I just don't think I think we'll surprised when we'll get a shot in the net. But he's my backup centre half. So we need him. So maybe it'll be Oscar the Sun tomorrow, maybe West Ham will sell that Winston Reid and sign him for $3 million.
That was mad having Fat Sam, who riding high in West Ham's greatest position, and Jesus, the Pope is an altar boy, and he seems to be sniffing around FA Ambrose.
But you've got Adam Matthews, he's been injured, and it took him ages